sakes, Polluto, can't you find something else to eat?
But these nuts and bolts are good.
What happened to the 10 gallons of peanuts we had on board?
They're all gone. Gone, gone, gone.
His brain is gone, if you ask me.
But I love nuts and bolts. I love the way they snap, crackle, and pop. I love the way they taste.
They are disgusting. I found a nut in my soup the other day and nearly broke a tooth.
You found a nut? Where is it? What did you do with it? Tell me, tell me.
I threw it in the garbage, glutton head.
There you are. Captain Clarence! Miss Emma! I found it! I found the nut! Wait until you see it! It's a little bit rusty, but it still looks good enough to eat. I just love this kind.
Wait, don't eat it.
Why not?
Because I've got a great idea.
Not another one. What now?
This nut is the perfect nut on which to test my latest invention, Captain Clarence's all-purpose super fertilizer. Plant your little nut, add a few gallons of all-purpose super fertilizer, a little sunshine, and bingo, a nut tree. Then you can have all the nuts that you want.
Except for one little thing, oh great inventor. The sun hardly ever shines on the stinky poo.
Ah, yes, my little rainbow blossom, but it always shines on Coral Island.
Rotten barnacle bowsprits. If chipping barnacles off a whale isn't harder than sailing a ship in the desert.
Right you are, Sailor Suntot, my lad. As I was saying to Princess Leela just the other day, scraping barnacles off a whale is like the painting of a great bridge. You no sooner get to the end, then it's time to go back to the beginning.
Oh, I'm going to plant a nut tree, a nut tree, a nut tree. I'm going to plant a nut tree. Just you wait and see. Oh, I'm going to plant a nut tree, a nut tree, a nut tree. I'm going to plant a nut tree just for you and me. Oh, I'm going to plant a nut tree, a nut tree, a nut tree. I'm going to plant a nut tree. Just you wait and see.
Now, little nut, don't you be afraid. I'm going to take good care of you.
Shiver me keyboards. What's the matter with them?
Mr. Buck, wait! Come back! Oh, what's wrong?
What are the Wingdeer doing so far from home?
Slice me mainline if they don't look more scared than fish in the desert.
The situation is clearly one of the utmost gravity, and I hereby propose that without further ado, and with a minimum of verbiage or circumlocution, we depart to investigate.
Pardon me for saying so, but I think he meant we had better find out what's wrong.
Well, goodbye, little nut. I'll be back tomorrow with more of Captain Clarence's fertilizer. It'll help you grow big and strong.
I'm going to have a nut tree, a nut tree, a nut tree. I'm going to have a nut tree. Just you wait and see. I'm going to have a nut tree, a nut tree, a nut tree. I'm going to have a nut tree. Just you wait and see.
Uncle Boom is right, Princess Leela. These footprints were definitely made by Polluto. From the smell around here, I'd say they were made by a skunk.
No, I'll mop me poop deck if all this grease didn't come from the stinky poo.
Let's get out of here and find out what Polluto was up to. Ugh! Another awful smell.
It's even worse than the stinky poo. Look, up there. What is that?
Pardon me for even suggesting it, and I hope it's not true, but I think that is some kind of a plant.
No, it looks more like a monster. And a very healthy one, too. What shall we do about it?
In the words of our forefathers, when faced with piratical pollutants and otherwise thieving stinkers, always stand firm in the face of advancing danger, for otherwise freedom and purity cannot grow. Yikes!
Forgive me, Uncle Boone, but did I understand you correctly?
I think you did, Gardner. He wants us to cut it down.
We're gonna need help. I'll go back and get the others. And stay away from that foul thing. It looks dangerous.
Where's my coat cream? Where's my perfume? Where's my bath oil? Even my hair curlers are gone.
Ah, I wonder what Polluto has prepared for this evening's repast. What have we here, my little fashion model? A new hat?
It's not a hat, you fool. It's a bucket. And I'm wearing it because I look awful and I feel awful. I can't be seen in public. Somebody, and I bet I know who.
Calm yourself, my dear. Have something to eat. You'll feel better.
What's the soup?
Cream of potato surprise.
Yeah, this isn't potato soup. It's my corn cream.
This isn't shrimp.
My hair curlers. My pearls. My bath oil.
Good.
Ever since you planted that stupid nut, your cooking is worse than ever. If such a thing is possible.
Now, my dear, don't get indigestion.
Why don't you invent something that will improve Polluto's stupid brain?
What a good idea, my clever little dove of peace. I'll invent something that'll fertilize his mind.
Marmalade helps in all sorts of sticky situations. Map following.
You see, we took a wrong turn on a marmalade stain.
Palm reading.
I think it's an old marmalade chunk.
Night jousting. Space shuttle repair. And even eating. But not too much. Because marmalade makes messes marvelous. On the Adventures of Paddington Bear. Weekdays at 9 a.m. on Teletoon. If you think Cyril Sneer is mean to his workers...
What are you morons doing, you bacon brain?
His son...
And don't you ever forget it.
And even his dog... Wait till you see what he's got planned for the raccoon.
We can't let Cyril Sneer get away with this.
Cyril Sneer lose?
Watch the raccoons try to stop Cyril Sneer weekday mornings at 10 on Teletoon. A puppy's best friend is Ace Hart. A police dog's best friend is Ace Hart. A bad dog's worst friend is Ace Hart.
He should be put to sleep. I hate Ace Hart.
And a private eye dog's best friend is his animator.
How do I get out of this?
Use your shoe.
And your best friend will be Ace Hart on Dog City. Weekday mornings at 10:30 on Teletoon.
Not working.
It's no use. For every branch we cut, it seems to sprout 2 more.
History tells us, pick not the fruit from the tree of evil. Nay, extirpate this vile thing from the very base of its substratum, and we shall be victorious.
You're right, Uncle Boone, but I don't think that we're strong enough to pull it out by its roots. And I'm afraid that at this rate of growth, it'll cover the island in a matter of days.
Can I leave now, Captain? Can I? I want to visit my nut tree.
Not until you finish throwing all that garbage overboard.
And not until you cooked my breakfast.
What's for breakfast?
A fish head omelet.
Oh, she'll love that.
It's not working.